Hey, hey, y'all. Sorry about that. Just as I was getting ready to hit the live button, of course, I had to get a phone call. Child, it's been going since school got out. That's what we doing, right? So, I actually got a couple of cash apps yesterday, and one of the people that gave me a cash app, thank you so much, love. I really appreciate you because they're down in the chat. Y'all know I don't do names unless y'all want me to. Thank you unapologetically. Um, hey, but let me say, hey, what am I talking about? Hey, Jill Comfort Zone, Roxy, True Black, Wanda Mathis, unapologetically, of course. Y'all, please hit the like button upon entering the video. If you don't mind, for real, it's free 99. You ain't got to worry about it. And also, if you want to give me a tip, it's $ Oracle Speaks. Like I say, hey, Dr. Soki, Mika Red, TT Speaks, Bush Baby. How y'all doing? So anyway, let me know if y'all can hear me. And also, could Dr. Soapy or unapologetically, one of you guys or anybody, please type the title of my video if you don't mind in the comment section so that I can highlight it so I won't forget to speak about what it is that I want to speak about. But it's just so much, honey. It's just so much. And because I asked the question. And hey, Honey Smacks dropped down under the video of one of them over there and asked me, was I coming live today? I was not going to come live until yesterday, but I was over there listening to Jay Wilson, and I said, well, you know what? Now, I don't know if it's some kind of narrative trying to be spun on your girl just because I asked the questions on Trezure Lane or what, but let me go on and come live. So thanks for that, Honey Smacks. And thank you, Dr. Soapy. Let me put it up here so I can remember. We get Treasure Lane. Okay, so yeah, I want to do kind of want to do. Let me know if y'all can hear me, okay? Right, because I don't have this phone in my hand. But let me know if I need to pick it up, if y'all can hear me loud enough, because I really be trying to multitask, okay? So let me know before I get started if y'all can hear me clearly. I cut up my phone, so hopefully y'all can hear me clearly. Okay. All right. So uh, let me tell you what's going on. Right now, I realize that a lot of people, no matter what you say, people are always going to go with their faves, right? But y'all know me. When Sean Bradley says a queen stands alone, y'all know I truly always stand alone, especially when I'm doing my commentary. My people know that I don't beef no more. But when I come out here and I have an opinion or I want to do some commentary on whatever it is that I choose to do commentary about, that's what I'm going to do. All right? So let's start off right there, right? So I just wanted to say that ahead of time, right? So yesterday I popped up on and thank you guys, whoever was that put under my video that for the love of Bree was going on last night. Yes, and please share the video, right? Please share the video. Please share the video. And y'all please hit the like button. Thank you, Dr. Soapy, right? So let me start off with what happened yesterday because this is pertaining to me. And then it's not pertaining to me, right? It is, but it isn't, right? So in the way that it is pertaining to me, it's because James had a panel yesterday, and at the start of his panel, he said he was talking about, you know, he wanted to have the real conversation about the fact that Pizarro had called King Roman News a PDF file, right? I should have got the title of his video, right? Because somebody go type the title of that video. Go find the title of that video if you would on James' panel yesterday and drop it in the comment section, okay? Since he wants to call me a liar about an opinion, right? So yeah, hey Sheffy. So anyway, while we are waiting on that the title of that video from yesterday, because I wanted to be absolutely correct, right? So I jumped on a panel yesterday. It was a panel, and I had a question. Right now, I realized that they were talking about what Pizarro said about King Roman News and what King Roman News said to Pizarro in response. Right, I realized that. And so, but hey, Nikki baby. So beyond that, I had a question beyond that. I had a question in general because I believe, in my opinion, that James has an issue when the title Cheese has gotten on the crown. Are we ready to talk yet? Thank you, Vibrant Love. Right. So that's the title of his video. Cheese has gotten on the crown. Are we ready to talk yet? Right. So, in my opinion, what he meant by cheese is Pizarro. The crown is King Roman News. Are we ready to talk yet? What I took from that is that he wanted to talk about the fact that Pizarro put the PDF file on, put that jacket on King Roman News, right? Now we know that James has spoken about several times that jacket being placed on his back, right? Now we're not gonna act like that didn't happen, right? Y'all could go back and look at his videos, whether you his fave or not. He's talked about it several times, right? And so I assumed he was really wanting to have a conversation via the title of the video. Are we ready to talk yet? So I meant he was asking, are we really ready to talk about these people putting these jackets on gay men? Because I don't like it, right? So that's how I took it. So I hit the link, and I'm not surprised about anything that was said coming out of Pizarro's mouth in response to King Roman, and I am not surprised about anything that was said from King Roman in response, right? Because I do agree that this is the beef sector and you can't tell people how to fight, right? At the end of the day, okay, I agree with that, right? So I hit the panel and I asked James a question, and I wasn't talking about Pizarro and hold on, had to get some drink. Sorry, I wasn't talking about Pizarro and King Roman News in particular. I was talking about the jacket being placed on, gay men in particular. James don't appreciate the jacket being placed on him, and so I wanted to know what he felt like about in general about this jacket being placed on gay men in particular, right? That's what I want to know. That's why I asked him the question. Hey, Hummer Girl, I felt like, hey, Blackberry Molasses, hey, everybody that came in. So that was the reason why I asked the question. Now, I don't understand what about that question that he didn't want to act like he didn't understand what I was saying, because he know exactly what I was asking him. James is a grown man. In my opinion, he clearly has an issue with that jacket being placed on not only his back, but several gay men in particular, but moreover in general, right? Now, let me pause right there for a minute. So let me finish. So it's Sister 47. So when I asked him that question, I believe that he was deliberately not answering my question, right? To the point to where he was over talking me. So I don't know. I don't think that I know that James is not emotionally unintelligent, but I do agree that he would now maybe he's emotionally unattached to the subject as a whole, as it pertains to his ego, and maybe he is only worried about it when that jacket is placed on his back. Okay, but I was asking in general. So I gave an example. I said, in general, what if, like we were walking down the street, and I related it to a black person being called the N word, right? In general, if we walking down the street and somebody is calling you the N word, you might not have a problem with it, but I got a problem with it. You might not say nothing, but I will, right? And I also gave the example of what people were saying in the news. Now I don't know if he saw this or not, but I'm sure he did. But I guess him and Jay Wilson want to act like they didn't see this being talked about in the news when they were trying to say. Some people were saying that they didn't want trans women / men that have transitioned to be allowed to go into women's bathrooms, right? They didn't want that. They didn't feel comfortable with that, right? Some people were saying that in the news. Now, I realize a lot of people don't watch the news, but I do. Okay? So this was just not me saying that. I'm not saying that. It was said in the news, right? And so Jay Wilson in particular over there wants to make it an issue. It was said in the news. Jay Wilson watched the news, hey, chill out, just as much as I do. Okay? So he know that this was a topic of discussion when they were trying to make it legal for trans women, ex-men that have transitioned, to go in the bathroom, in female bathrooms, because they had fears that female children or women may be attacked. They had fears that some creepy old guy would put on a wig and some lipstick and go in the female bathroom under the banner of being transgender and try to do bad things to these young girls and women, right? That was a conversation that was in the news. Okay, like it or not, it was in the news, right? And so I mentioned that to him because, like I said, I was going beyond the Pizarro and King Roman conversation because I feel that James has a problem with that jacket being placed on gay men. Now we know that Jay Wilson has a problem with it as well, right? So anyway, I asked the question. He kept running around the question. He was saying very ignorant stuff like I fired up this live because I wanted to. And I saw, even though he had the title was what it was, he said that he fired up the live to basically say people fight how they want to fight. I felt like that was disingenuous per the title. That's why I asked somebody to type the title in the chat, right? Per the title of the video, this is what I thought, right? And this is the title. So to me, when it says cheese has gotten on the crown, which is Pizarro is the cheese for pizza, and the crown is King Rome News, are we ready to talk yet? I thought he meant he would want to talk about the fact that Pizarro had put that jacket on King Roman News back, like the jacket has been put on his back, right? That's what I thought. He said that wasn't it. He didn't have, the jacket wasn't being placed on his back this time, blah, 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 blah. So I disagree because I felt like that's what he really wanted to talk about. That was my opinion, right? So we had that discussion on, Trezure's panel. It didn't culminate into an argument because that is not what I was there for. Okay. And so after that happened, honey, the ish hit the fan, okay, because Ronnie Q hit the link and pretty much dragged the bison by her bison hair all over the streets, all over that panel from one end to another, right? So the panel for me was pretty much over after that, right? True Black said his goal was to prove that women call gay men pedos and fights. We do and what? Right. Okay. It's a stigma, and we all have them. Like angry black woman. I agree. So what is the problem with admitting that? That is the question. What is the problem with admitting that? Okay, a stigma is a stigma, a stereotype, like the angry black woman stereotype. People place a lot of stereotypes on people when they really don't know nothing about them at all. Do you see what I'm saying? And I really thought that he wanted to have that conversation, right? JC was trying to hold KRN accountable, but not pizza. Is that how you feel, my God, today? Ain't no telling. Do I feel like he was trying to protect Bizarro? Not necessarily, but I do feel like he didn't appreciate her putting that jacket on a gay man's back in general, not necessarily KRN. Cause you fight how you want to fight down here, but in general, that's irky to him, in my opinion, right? So, hey, Granny Love. So that's how I felt about it. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But like I said, after that, it didn't go any further with the question because Ronnie Crew got up there and pretty much dragged Brianna. And I think everybody was exhausted after that, right? So after that, I had told you guys a couple of days before, y'all make sure y'all let me know when this For the Love of Bree thing is coming on. But I didn't have nothing to do yesterday. I was online. I was watching TV. I was multitasking, watching TV and listening to YouTube. Um, I seen, I guess, the pre-show on Brianna's channel when they were at what is that lady name? BBW got up there and told her how to wear her hair. She told her to put her hair to the side at first, and then they decided for her to wrap those braids around the top of her head. In my opinion, she looked better with the hair to the side. I don't know why she keep wrapping that big old thing in the top of her head because it's ridiculous. It's too high, number one, and them straggly things on her face, that was just not my kind of thing, right? Ronnie Q did that. Bree should have just she should have quietly dropped down. Chad, when she went and got that, waddled in there and got that dang on microphone and still got dragged, even though she had that loud microphone. I was like, baby, you need to give it up now. You know she lost when she went to talk about Ronnie Q's dog. I'm like, can you be more elementary? What you mean you gonna kick the dog? And then Rodney Q even dragged her about saying she gonna kick her dog. I'm like, baby, it's just an L. Just take the L, Brianna, and go on about your business. Just she should have shut up 5 or 10 minutes before she ended up talking about the dog. Okay, because Rodney Q was not having it yesterday. All right. I had my mic on mute because I was cracking the F up there. I'm not gonna lie. I put my mic on mute and it was what it was. She got dragged. Okay. So that's what I got. That's my recap for Trezure Lane's panel. I thought he was being disingenuous and he was skirting the issue. And that's how I feel now. And that's how I'm going to continue to feel. Now, it would appear to me that he has soft launched the campaign against your girl because I asked the question and he want to skirt the issue. I guess because his ego is telling him that he is more popular and he got more people favoring him, more people. I don't give a damn. Y'all know that I don't care when it comes to that. I will not be silenced. My opinion will not be changed. Okay? I don't care who like him, who want to act like they didn't understand what I was talking about. My opinion is my opinion. Okay? Moving right along. Bree never could roast and get no. She has been faking it in the B sector audit. Oh, she could never roast a gag, but she don't. What she failed to realize is, I even think she realized it, but what she may be delusional about is the fact that she is the roast, she the gag, and she the drag, and she the read. Okay, she is the butt, literally the pig's butt of all pig butt jokes going on around here. Okay? It don't matter how many times you come on camera and fake confidence, you know that you still literally is the pig's bison's butt of all pigs bison butt jokes around here. Okay. So anyway, Marty Q dragged the heck out of Bison. She dragged her like she escaped from the board. You got that right. Dragged her by her bison horns, honey. Okay, sure. Dropped the bison horns and grabbed her by the pigtail. Okay, and just slung her around all over the barn, child. Just all over the slot. But anyway, this ain't about that. Anyway, don't get me started, Mike. Anyway, so let's talk about, okay, like we was talking about, so that happened on with her thing, and she was wanting to look cute or whatever. She was trying, and I think she made an effort to look nice. Like I really do. I think she made an effort to look nice. Lemon got up there. He felt a little discouraged. After what happened with Ness, I felt like he felt like he didn't think it was right. I know Brianna didn't feel like it was right because they started campaigning for I guess Ness's for the Love of Brooke show or something like that, right? And then the one guy that was supposed to be now, I thought it was gonna be several guys on the panel last night, besides Shakim and what was the name of the other guy? Ooh, I can't even the Pillsbury or something like that. They kept offering to take. We gonna get to that by God today, right? So anyway, that's what happened on her pre-show, right? So Lemon decided to have the show. Fast forward to the show get started. Now I know Brianna was taking a couple of pills. That's his name. Okay, okay, okay. So she was taking, shots before the show started. So was what's his name, Lemons, and I guess the other guy too. Just maybe the guys would rather date Brooke than Burger. That's why they. I don't know Grace Blood, but forever. I heard somebody say or read in the chat that they said it was at least five guys at first, but it ended up just being Shakim and the what's his name Pills, right? So I don't know what happened with that. Maybe just they just decided not to. I mean, come on now, for whatever for whatever reason, right? I laughed so hard when the one guy called Brianna a classic child. So anyway, they start to show up and they're asking the questions. Now I was confused as to whether this was for the Love of Bree show or was it a Shakim Ra show? Like I was confused, right? So Shakim Ra gets up there, he do several outfit changes. He really is a little man, isn't he? Is he like Cat Williams height or something like that? Cause he really is a little man, right? From the way it looked at when it came to him in that backdrop last night, he really is a short guy, right? Now, Shaquem, just let me say this to you, brother. Number one, uh, you don't wear a size 12 and you're that short because you would look like y'all know how them clowns look when they have on them red shoes. He does look like a midget. He looked like he about Cat Williams height, right? Your sister 43, you must be behind a little bit, right? I don't know, but baby. Anyway, he does look like a midget. I'm thinking, is he a little guy? Is he a little person? Or is he like, Cat Williams height or something like that, right? So, but anyway, he is hilarious when he wants to be. But I feel, he pretty much trolled the whole for the love of breed thing. But had it not been for him, it wouldn't have been two people up there. So, okay. You know what I mean? I was driving, so I thought, yes, honey, when he broke out with that saxophone and he was blowing his breath, making the sound of a saxophone, but not actually playing, not actually playing the saxophone. And then he had the harp. I still don't understand what the harp was supposed to be for. I mean, he had props, baby. Okay, but Shakim, baby. Now I know you say that you are a rapper. If you can hear me, Shakim Ra, but you are in the wrong entertainment part of the entertainment industry, right? You need to be a comedian. Now I know you live in Detroit. Now, but if they have some comedy, places up there, comedy theaters up there that have open mics nights, Shakim, that's what you need to do. Okay, rapping is not your challenge, but your that is not what you need to be doing. You need to be focusing on being a comedian. Okay, because you got props, and your height alone is going to get some laughs when you be putting in props. I mean, you got a whole comedy show going on. So my advice to you, Shakim, because you are a young man, right? And you clearly want to be in the entertainment industry. I wouldn't go with the rap thing. That's really not for you. But being a comedian, that's what you need to focus on. Okay? He absolutely needs to do comedy, in my opinion. Okay, because somebody just said he was the best part of the show. I freaking agree. Because I was dying with them costume changes. The fact that he really does look like a little bitty man. I was like, bye bye. So that was funny to me, right? And then the pills guy, the funniest thing for me is when he said, and they pretty much forgot about him for most of the show. Now I feel like Brianna clocked out on him when she found out that he also was going to be on for the Love of Brooke show. But baby, when he got up there and they was asking what they was gonna do on the first date, y'all please hit the like button and share the video. And he said the first thing we gonna do on the first date is we gonna go to the gym. I was like, man, I said no, he didn't. I said no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Why he said we gonna go to the gym? And then he said, then he tried to play it off and say, because I need somebody that's gonna help me to get this weight out for me. I was like, boy, you got jokes, right? And then I don't understand. Shakim talking about I feel like Brianna will get along with my family. My sister loves to cook. She can help my sister cook and blah blah this and blah blah that and then something else I thought was they kept mentioning food in reference to Brianna, right? And then the dude said the what is his name, the Pillsbury guy said that they, something else he said they could do was go to the arcade. I didn't know he lived in Vegas. But then he said they can go ride the go-karts or something like that. Or the bumper cars or something. I'm thinking, nigga, now you know goddamn well Brianna's big ass can't fit in no goddamn go-kart. The hell are you talking about? Or no bumper car or nothing like that. I was like, was he for real? He had to be cracking a joke, right? Bye bye. I was cracking up about that. Y'all didn't hear him say that. Y'all trying to hear him say that. Y'all gonna have to go back and listen, right? And so, oh Lord Jesus. But just by the fact that they were up there was hilarious to me, right? But Shakim need to be a comedian. And as far as the Pillsbury guy, like he was, he was up there, I guess, trying to get him some visibility. Okay. But Brianna did say now that right, Mike? Child, when he said they was gonna go kart riding, the bumper car riding, I was like, look, I am done with y'all. Ooh, it was thoughtful of him. He was thinking, we going to get you right on together, start from day one. Child, true black. Now look. Oh Lord Jesus. But anyway, Brianna knew that it was a no for her with that guy because but she did say that she's doing that she was doing the show for Lemon, right? Now we all know that she might have been doing the show, she been a good sport for Lemon or whatever, but somewhere, in the back of her mind, we know that she was also doing the show because it was called For the Love of Bree. Now come on now, why did she make such an effort if she was just doing that for Lemon, right? Lady Snoop said, let's go 2 more shows. Was rough, child. And then something else that I enjoyed was that I thought was hilarious was why did what's his name? Sir King hit the panel, right? I really think Sir King hit that panel trying to really help Brianna out. I think Sir King did not want her to be embarrassed the way that she was being embarrassed. Like honestly, because at one point in time they supposed to had the online relationship or whatever. It was just all in jest even back then. And so he went up there and said what he was saying, acting like he a jealous ex and all this and all that. I was cracking up about that too. So overall, my overall opinion of For the Love of Bree, hosted by Lemon, was it was a good kiki. Like I was not bye bye. And then she said, had the nerve to say, I had my choice about an hour ago, and I picked lemon. I was like, babe, lemon is not an option. But okay, girl. But oh, you can't pick Shakim because duh. And we know you can't say you pick pills cause, well, duh. You know what I mean? And why the dude say he been to jail 20 times? I was like, Lord have mercy, Jesus, he okay, child. But then he did say something I felt was real when he said that he got trust issues when it comes to women. I do believe, yeah, a lot of men have trust issues when it comes to women. Okay, now I think that was real right there. Sir King didn't like how they were dragging her with the. That's what I think. My God, today is what I really think he tried to go up there and help in his own way. That's why I think he hit the link. And she was telling, Lemon to drop him from the link and all of this and all. Now that banter between her and Sir King, I felt like that was more authentic than whatever was going on between Shakim and the Pillsbury guy, right? I liked that banter more, right? So if she gonna have an online boyfriend or whatever, she need to stick with Sir King, in my opinion, because they have a good, you know, very good push and pull type of relationship. They balance each other out when it comes to the comedy of it all, But I think he did try to help, like I really do. I really felt on some level that he kind of felt kind of sorry for her, maybe, but that's just my opinion again. I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. This is just my commentary, right? So anyway, like I said, overall, when it comes to that, it was a good little kiki, right? It was a good kiki. They took it all in stride. Brianna took it all in stride. I don't have nothing bad to say about her up there. I think that she was a good sport, as far as especially when it comes to being the butt of the joke, literally the butt of the joke. I think Shakim Rai is missing his calling. I think he needs to go in comedy. I think he need to find him an open mic comedy show, a comedy club, and honey, hit that open mic stage, okay? Cause he is a comedian. He reminded y'all know them little midget court jesters and stuff like that. He reminds me of a little midget court jester. That's what he remind me of. I was like, Lord, if this boy don't stop, but he gave me a good look kiki. He made the show laughable. It made me want to, stay tuned into the show. So overall, Lemon, it was an all right show. It was okay. I'm not gonna lie about that. It went out with all parties involved, everybody, you know. Now I didn't understand why Jay Dunn hit the link and tried to take the spotlight. I didn't understand that because it didn't have nothing to do with her. I'd be so sick of her hitting a damn link when she don't have no business being there, inserting herself. But okay. Overall, it was okay in my opinion. So that's why all I got to say about the For the Love of Bree show. Now I didn't watch the after show. I don't know what happened on the after show. I was pretty much done after that, right? So I still haven't watched that. So y'all have to tell me if anything exciting happened about that. But I am interested in watching For the Love of Brooke. I think that's going to be hosted, if I'm not mistaken, by Ness, right? I think that there will be more guys, in the running for Brooke, more than two. Anyway, that's what I think. I could be wrong, but we're gonna have to wait and see. You see what I'm saying? But I'm glad. I think that Lemon did what he could. I think that it did start out being more than two guys. I think, but for whatever reason or for obvious reasons, it ended up being the Pillsbury guy and Shakim. So at least she had two to choose from. Okay, that's better than nothing. All right, it's better than being embarrassed and nobody showing up but Shakim Ra, because he pretty much wanted to do the comedy show. Okay, that's what I feel about that. Anyway, move right along. So, like I said, I went to bed after that. Don't know what happened on the after show. I wanted to see what Ness had to say about it, but whew, it get a little hard after a while. The later it get around here, right? So I really don't know what Ness said about it, but I'm gonna have to go back uh, and look and try to, read about through her commentary, right? So anyway, I get up this morning, I get my coffee, right? I got the house quiet finally. because everybody's going on doing their business. Folks out there working, in the barn, and ain't no kids here right now. I said, well, let me cut on, listen to my coffee, and I always listen to my I said, listen to my coffee. When I'm drinking my coffee, I cut on YouTube, try to see what's going on, right? So when I was late to the party, uh, because KRN has struck up a live, and I wasn't expecting it, right? Now I still haven't gone up to see the uh first part of his live, but I am going, roll it back. So he's up there and he's talking about the events of the day, and they start talking about James's panel, right? So he's up there talking about it. I think James hit the link before I did. So I hear, why does Jay Dunn always making things about her? I don't even know. I'm not being funny. Is she slow or I thought she had Asperger's. I think she on the spectrum. I still do. I don't care what she say, her or nobody else. I think she got Asperger's. Like I really do. And maybe she's just never been diagnosed or something, but she has absolutely no self control. She doesn't understand social cues. She don't know how to read the room or none of it. Or either she just don't care and she don't mind being an a-hole or absolutely being obnoxious. Or she getting attention any way she can. I don't know what the deal is, okay? But it's just, oh my God. And for her to be like at least in her 30s or something, right? It is just ugh, you know. So anyway, I click on the KRN. I'm listening. James hits the panel. It was another girl up there before. I don't think, what is her name? Oh Lord, I forgot her name. But anyway, she was up there and she was talking about that James, had her in the back and he wouldn't let her on the panel, and he was saying it's beef sector. It was a beef sector issue going on, right? And so that's why he wouldn't let her on the panel, all this and all that. So I said, well, let me click the live and be messy. Now the only thing that I wanted to get up there and say was, so if this was a beef sector issue, why did you let me hit the panel? Cause I'm from the no man land sector, right? And so I hit the link. They get up there, get to talking. So, but then after I hit that, Max Boogie, thank you. So after I get up there, I really want to ask him a question again because him and King Roman was on a panel together. So I really was wanting to ask King Roman news aside from him and Pizarro being into it, and you can't tell nobody how to fight. Aside from that, in general, what do you think about this jacket that be placed on gay men? You know, in general, but especially as it pertains to this sector. And he gave me a response, and and all of this and all that. And I had a phone call. I had to come back, so I came back and hit the link again. After I hit the link the second time, or maybe it was the first time. Sassy, hey Crafts Holla, Sassy hit the link, and she said that it's on between her and Pizarro right now. Um, because Pizarro called, I think, talent the P word, the PDF file word, and she wants to put that stigma on a whole lot of people, gay men and straight men, right? But she keeps wanting to say she got set off by the fact of what Vic Damone said about her, right? So that's her excuse. You really for everything that she does inserted herself in, right? That's she wants to also want to deflect away from the fact that when it came to that group chat thing, she didn't have a storyline in that. And King Roman News reiterated that it wasn't really about Brianna or Pizarro at first until Miss O set it off, and she went and said what she said about King Roman News, and he mentioned that, hey, since you want to talk so much, basically, don't let me have to come out here and tell the folks what you said, how you really feel about Pizarro and Brianna, right? So King Roman News kept saying he liked Pizarro, he liked Pizarro, he liked Pizarro. Then Pizarro, decides to pick a side, and we all know that she threatened to dox King Roman News, all this, her, and all that. She started with him first. But he was saying, me and Pizarro cool, but no, she wants to defend her bison. I don't know if it's her pet bison or what, but she picked a side, and then it was just up and stuck from there. And we know what she said about him. She called him a PDF file first. he came back at her talking about her alleged, I'm gonna say alleged children, okay? Her alleged children, meaning that we don't know if she really got some or not, and in my opinion, she really doesn't. That's just how I feel about it, okay? But that now, if anything, her so-called husband got kids, but I don't see how it's possible for her to have any children because the way that she is online, even, and I think she mentioned she tried to say that she had a 17-year-old. So are you saying you're having a 17-year-old take care of your kids while you online almost 24 hours a day? Is that what we doing? That still makes you a bad mother, okay? If you actually got them, like I don't believe that she has any, and if she does, she a trifling ass mama, okay? That's just how I see it. It just is what it is, right? So, but anyway, we on KRN's panel. I had the panel. I asked KRN, what he thought about the conversation, especially as it pertains to gay men and having that jacket. The girl was another one on the spec chat. Okay, right, Wu Chan. I agree with that. What he felt about it in general, and then he broke down what it is that I was trying to ask James. So James gets offended up there. I'm talking to KRN. He keeps over talking me because he knows that my opinion is correct. And he got so agitated that he even went as far as to try to start an argument with me by raising his voice at me and calling me a liar, simply because he's trying to deflect away from the conversation. Now, why he wants to keep deflecting away from this conversation further tells me that he feels a way about this jacket being put on the back of not only him, but in my opinion, gay men in particular in general. Jay Wilson feels that way too, but we're going to get to that, right? So I'm up there. I'm asking King Roman a question. He's interjecting. And I realized that he was on the panel, but I didn't want to ask him the question again because I had already asked it. So he calls me a liar. Now I said, well, what kind? Why do I have to be lying? Because I have an opinion. Well, your opinion is a lie. How can my opinion be a lie? You might not agree with my opinion, but instead of you saying we're gonna have to agree to disagree, you put the liar out there. Then only that, you went to raising your voice. You went to name calling. And of course I'm going to be triggered because I did not come up here to argue with him. And he know it. Just like I didn't click the link to argue with him yesterday or anybody else. That was not my intention, right? But you're going to call me a name. You're going to holler at me. You're going to call me a liar. Of course I'm going to give you some pushback, So they say he cussed me out. And I said what I said to him. I didn't want to argue with him about an issue. I am not a gay man. I am not having this jacket as a gay man placed on my back. I simply want to know what he really thought about it. And I want to know what KRN thought about it as well. I don't understand what the problem was with the question. I am not a gay man. And since I am not a gay man, what do you really think about it? Okay. Now, surprisingly enough, out of left field, Sean Bradley does a live, and the most honest response that I got to my question came from Sean Bradley. Okay. Sean Bradley understood what it was that I was asking, and he answered the question the best. Thank you, Sean Bradley. And he also said that I should go live and ask the question on my channel. Right? I appreciated keeping him a buck. He also kept it a buck when he said he feels like I'm full of ish. Okay. And in some ways I am. Especially when it comes to this YouTube thing, right? But I was asking a genuine question yesterday because, like I said, I am not a gay man. And how do you feel about it? Okay, that's all I was wanting him to talk. I was really trying to lead him in to what I felt was a conversation that he really wanted to have, if y'all get my meaning behind it. By me clicking the link, now by the time I came up on Trezure's link, Pizarro and Yaya was already up there, right? And so he may have felt uncomfortable expressing himself, may or may not have felt uncomfortable expressing themselves, seeing how they I'm going to talk about that, since they had already, been up there. I know he not scared of nothing. If he want to talk about it, he gonna talk about it. I realized that he said he basically fired up the live just to say you fight how you want to fight. Okay, that's your opinion. But my opinion was that you really want to have a different type of conversation. That is my opinion. Why does it have to be a lie, right? And so evidently he is still in his feelings about that. Okay, but that's on him because I said what I said. I didn't come up here to argue with him. And just because you called yourself cussing me out doesn't mean that I'm going to shy away from the question because, James, you still didn't answer the question. Okay? You still didn't answer the question. But he could have said, in lieu of calling me a liar, he could have said, well, I'm going to have to agree to disagree. Because how is my opinion a lie? My opinion is my opinion, and it is what it is. Another thing about James is he does not like to be challenged via his ego. Okay, I don't care if he don't like to be challenged. I don't care if he think he the bee's knees over here. I don't care how many of his faves want to protect him. I don't care. My question stands as it stands. It is what it is, and I ain't changing it. I don't come here to be nobody's favorite. All of my people know that. I come here to speak my truth and do my comment and dissect the commentary, the things that I see over here to dissect them via my truth, via my opinions. Okay? And just because you get mad about it and feel away don't change nothing. He made a comment down there in King Roman's chat saying something about I didn't answer the question the way he wanted to answer it. So I'm crazy as hell. Hashtag crazy as hell. Something like that. I disagree. You felt uncomfortable with the conversation. That's why you started the argument like a petulant child. It don't change nothing. I am not impressed. You still shied away from it. I gave you a chance to express yourself yesterday, thinking that I'm helping you out. Instead, you was offended by it. Okay, you took offense to it. It ain't my fault because you were scared to speak your piece. Okay, that's how I feel about that. All right, that's my opinion. Okay, but instead of him saying we agree to disagree, you're gonna call me a freaking liar about my opinion. Why in the world would I lie about my own damn opinion? That don't make no sense. That's ignorant as hell. And it was also ignorant for him to get up there and tell me something. Um, whatever I asked him, he said because I said so, or because I can do it because I want to do it, or well, yeah, you can, and because you said so, and on your channel you can do it because you want to do it. Blah blah blah. Whatever. You still avoiding the question at the end of the freaking day. Okay. Anyway, Honey Smack says that Miss Olivia, you see how Pizarro has now started more chaos, which now Jay Dunn is going after Nika and Yaya's mother. No! Pizarro made a post about digging up Jay Dunn's mother. Now more drama ensues. I mean, is she using it as a deflection? Because no, I didn't even know that Pizza is a chaos demon, just like TMO and JD. Right. But they never call Pizarro out on her foolishness, and it's not right. Well, evidently James is afraid to call her out on her foolishness as well, in my opinion, for whatever reason, because he felt a way about the words that was coming out of her mouth. Okay, he knew exactly what I was talking about. He knew exactly what I meant, not only yesterday but also today too. Now I don't know who the fuck he think I am. Excuse my French. But you can't play me like I'm a dummy. You can't play me like I'm basic, James Caldwell. Okay? Because I have been called a bully like he has been called a bully. I don't know why they don't call that fool accountable with her ignorant ass. Okay? I don't know. You're going to have to ask him. I'm not impressed by her either. Bizarre was always babied by some child. For whatever reason. Okay. I ain't babying no damn body. I also said yesterday on his panel that when it comes to YouTube, it's not a team sport. Okay. Now in my opinion, YouTube is not a team sport. This is once again my opinion. I heard people saying down in the chat, but you got a network. You ain't got to do nothing but build your channel organically. And I also agree with Sean Bradley when he was talking about how some of these people cheat meaning that they will sit on these panels, while they're building up their channel to get to their 1,000 or whatever, and then they'll start their channel. That means you're not doing it organically. That is not networking. You're just taking the easy route. Okay? Because some of us had to get it one subscriber at a time. Okay? And not sit on panels and stuff. When I came on YouTube in 2017, it wasn't no StreamYard panels because it wasn't no StreamYard yet. Okay? And I was over there in the old black sector. And they used to fire up videos, and you can click the link. This is before StreamYard again, and debate back and forth with the manosphere. Okay? So, I'm sure he felt a way, and he's right to feel a way, because putting that on a man back is nothing to play with. I agree. I'm not sure why he just won't say he has a problem with it. He should absolutely, Honest Max. I agree. It is a problem to do that. Pizarro was the Death Star for the B-sector. Child. Can the Ace and Olivia, the spaceship is one place. Some can go and get the love that they want to get on every platform. I guess, child. I have watched Pizarro go in people's chat and been Lady Nika and start confusion. But to play victim right, she called talent Sassy's the P word, and that was not right. Absolutely, what Sassy got up there and spoke about it. No, that was not right. I absolutely agree with Sassy. Like, how dare you? And I'm glad Sassy spoke up about it. Everybody is not scared of that widow tongue-tied chick over there, okay, with no face. And she not a troll because she way too emotional, okay? Child, she just somebody that won't show her face, right? She ain't never showed her face. They can't say I ain't never cammed up because I have. My face is on my main channel. All right. I don't cam up anymore. Number one, I don't have to cam up if I don't want to. And number two, the only reason why they want you to cam up is to get more content. Okay. To distort your pictures and filter them in bad ways and whatever. Okay. But anyway, so that's what I felt about. I felt like Jay, what is his name? Trezure Lane was deflecting once again on KRN's panel. In conclusion, I felt like he started an argument as a means of deflection when it came to me, because he simply does not want to, let everybody know that he had a problem with what Pizarro said, and moreover, he has a problem when that jacket is being placed on gay men in particular. Okay, that's what I felt about KRN's panel. Just like for that lady in Burdett B-Day party, she dropped down, oh wow, in that lady's chat and started a bunch of drama. Then went live acting as if she was done wrong. Really? Well, I mean, she got to create content, what she calls content, some kind of way. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. And Pizza thinks because she screams and screams and hollers that she be moving something. If somebody pimp up on her, she will pick. You got that right, Woo Child. That honey, the outlet screaming, hollering, that don't move me. I don't care how big of a mic they got. I don't care how loud they scream. I am not moved, okay, by these weirdos. All right. I'm just saying. I'm not impressed by that nonsense at all. All right. But anyway, move right along. Let's get this other part out the way, right? So Jay Wilson, I don't know if he's still live over there or not, but he decided to speak on the issue, and I didn't hear the whole thing either. But I did hear him say that no. First, the reason why I want to talk about this, let me say this, right? Jay Wilson, you said that I said some problematic things as well when it came to this conversation. And I guess you were speaking about in reference to the example that I made about transgender men in the bathrooms. Like I said, that was in the news. There was an argument in the news when it came to some people in some states, and you know that it was, right? Number one. But moreover, it was very, very ignorant and unfortunate, in my opinion, for Jay Wilson to be over there trying to make a difference between little boys being being you know, uh, molested in bathrooms, by PDF files, and he said, in my opinion, if that happens to little boys and little girls, right? Let me tell you something, Jay Wilson. For you to try to make a difference between boys and girls when it comes to something like that, something that's so serious, as that conversation, you ought to be shaming yourself, okay? Because even if it happens to one child, no matter the gender of a child, it don't make no sense. You are literally stripping somebody's innocence away from them. Why in the world would you want to try to make a difference between boys and girls when it comes to adults doing such a thing to children? Okay? Now, it don't make no difference to me if it happened to a boy or a girl. It is all equally unjust and horrible and horrific and absolutely traumatizing and life changing. Whether it is a girl or a boy, it is equally disgusting. It is equally tragic. I do not appreciate you, Jay Wilson, trying to make a difference between who that is happening to more, boys or girls. Okay? And when it comes to the CDC says that by the time a young woman reaches the age of 18, 3 out of 4 girls will have been taken advantage of in that way against their will. Okay. Now I don't know what that is, the stat is when it comes to little boys. But like I said, even if it happened to one of them, a little boy or a little girl, it is equally devastating to the child. So how dare your gross ass try to make a difference, okay? So anyway, I was over there listening to that, and I didn't appreciate that, okay? And also when it comes to the stigma, okay, um, I don't even think that it is placed on gay men more than it is placed on straight men. If you're a pervert, you are a pervert in general, whether you are gay or whether you are straight. Okay? If you are preying upon children, you are a demon. Okay? Whether you be heterosexual or you are homosexual. Whether you be male or female, if you are preying on children, girl or boy, you are a freaking demon. Equally. And that's just how I feel about that. It is so ignorant to try to make a difference between when it comes to children, male or female, when it comes to that type of trauma. Like, how dare you? Are you serious? You're a whole freaking weirdo in general, right? So I'm over there listening to that, and I just want to say that as a caveat in general on the side, okay? You got your mind to play with that type of subject, okay? You got to be out of your mind to try to make a difference between little boys and little girls, boys and girls, prepubescent teens, teens, whoever. When you attack a child in that way, it's forever traumatizing. Okay, no matter, and then also, and it don't matter the race or ethnicity. If you a weirdo, you a freaking weirdo. It doesn't matter what skin tone you are. You a demon. You are a special type of demon when you prey on children. Okay, it's just disgusting. It's even disgusting when he talk about it. Like he need to veer away from that subject. Okay, that's what he need to do. So if you found it problematic when I made the example of what people were saying in the news about, the transgender women, and that may not be their intention, okay, but what about the weirdos out there, and there are many, that would do something like that? What is wrong with saying that? You acting like that could never happen. You acting like some demon would put on a wig and some lipstick and a dress and go in a male's bathroom or a female's bathroom to do something to a child. You acting like that would never happen, and I disagree. Okay? So if you find that homophobic or you find that disturbing in any way, then so be it. Because I am more worried about the safety of the children, be it girl or boy. Let me reiterate that. Okay? That's why he always loud and wrong. Of the if right, Skip. I don't even understand why he tried to make a difference. Like I was offended by that. Because he is uncomfortable with the situation as well. Because there is a stigma placed, on men in general sometimes. Like I said, no matter the race or ethnicity, no matter the sexuality. Okay, we seen Pizarro doing it. Perfect example. She called talent one, right? And then turned around. That's Dr. Sober. Then turned around and why is this all coming up like this? This is not what I had on here. Thank it, y'all. Something went wrong. I was trying to show y'all some of the stuff Trezure Lane was saying. Let me see if I can get it. Some of the things that Trezure Lane was saying down in the chat, down in Jay Wilson's chat. Oh, I gotta take this off. I see what the deal is. Hold on, y'all. Some of the things that Trezure was trying to say, right? When Jay Wilson was talking about it, right? So one of the things that he was saying was she was trying to change. This is Trezure Lane under the thing. Well, I don't know who that guy is right there or whatever it is. Says she was trying to change my topic and interview me. She ain't Barbara Walters. You right, Trezure Lane. I'm not Barbara Walters. And I don't even understand the problem that he had about me asking him a dang on question. Like, what? No. I mean, you resort to name calling because you ignorant and you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about how you really feeling. You know you was wrong. You know you was skirting the issue. You know you was tucking tail and running. And you know you wasn't wanting to tell Pizarro how you really felt about it. And that is my opinion. Okay? And then this bad person said, I think she felt that James wasn't really speaking about what he wanted to speak about because Pizarro is involved, but I'm not sure why. Because he definitely speaks his mind, but honey, he wasn't speaking his mind yesterday. Now this is what they're saying on Jay Wilson's panel, just loud and wrong, like you said. Then another saying, and I heard this Cosmic Girl was also in KRN's chat. She's been in my chat before, saying that she was saying that James was being disingenuous. Yes, I was about his stance on the PDF file. Yes, I was saying that. I absolutely think he was being disingenuous. And I'm not changing on it. Because that is my opinion. Okay? Mm-hmm. It makes you wonder about Jay Wilson's moral values. You're right about that, my God, today. And we're going to talk about that. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you the problem that now people see, one of the problems that some people have in this sector that I don't have is that they can't let nothing go. I mean, I say what I got to say about it and I move it right along, which is why I don't beef no more. I say what I got to say. I don't hold grudges. How can you hold a grudge against somebody that you don't really know for real? Really? That is so juvenile, in my opinion. Jay Wilson has told everyone he doesn't care whatever the subject matter. He is all about his court. That's true. People need to get that because whatever he says should not be taken seriously at all. Nothing. Right. I read that. Jay Wilson is always loud and wrong. Right. I had to check out of his live because of his ignorance. Right. Hey, Miss Kev H. Hey, Brian. I'm now wondering, did Jay Wilson have some type of childhood trauma for him to say what he be saying? Ain't no telling my God today. Who knows? He was deep in the church, and you know what happens in the church to some people, right? One thing I see and observe is that these men, gay, choose when to speak up. That's true. Was always controlling James because he thinks she brings the numbers. Perhaps they speak on things that are beneficial to them. I agree. We saw and understand where you were going, but okay, yeah. And it took in my opinion, it took KRN to break it down to the remedial level. Because I can only break it down as far as I can break it down when it comes to adults that are being willfully ignorant because I don't do willfully ignorant when it comes to adults. Either you get it or you don't. And most of the time they choosing not to get it because they taking a side when it comes to their faves, and I don't care about that. I said what I said, and James Caldwell knew exactly what I was saying and where I was going with it. Okay? Did you hear Jay Wilson tell Honest Road to go to church to meet men instead of worshiping God? No, I didn't hear him say that. Wow. What? Miss O. James said that the B section is for vagabonds. Really? Without saying it, he said you have to read between the lines. Wow. Wow. But I'm glad some of you guys got where I was coming from. A lot of people got where I was coming from. You know, they just wanted to side with James, and okay. All right. So let's talk about this real quick. Just because I seen this going down my community wall. Yeah, really, Wanda. Miss O. James had that to be. Oh, I read that. So anyway, let me show y'all this screenshot. Cause honey, I was saying when and we're gonna finish with Jay Wilson cause he had a problem with a conversation that we had a long time ago. And I can't believe that he was still holding a grudge about that because I was right in the conversation. He felt that that conversation that I had with a certain word as he was trying to anyway. I saw this from the binary guy going down my thing for his live tomorrow. He said Trezure unintentionally exposes Olivia, right? I would like to know from binary, how did he unintentionally expose me? For what? Are you gonna get on and say he exposed me as being a liar? Because of how I feel about you, which is not true. Okay, what he should have said instead of calling me a liar is that he agreed to disagree. If you're trying to say that, if you're trying to say that he unintentionally exposed me as being homophobic, that see you don't do your research. And for years, a lot of these gay men around here have felt that I was homophobic because of my views. Okay, and they have a right to feel that way. So I don't know what exactly this binary guy feels that I had James unintentionally exposed me of. I guess we're gonna have to wait and hear that tomorrow. Okay? But I just want to mention that yeah, I guess he want attention for James or whatever. I don't even know. So either is he unintentionally exposed me of being a liar, which I'm not, because I stand on what I said. I didn't change it. I have not changed it. It is what the fuck it is. Okay? That is my opinion. And James just don't want to talk about it. So it's not a lie. Okay? I felt like that before, Olivia. But in actually, I have you have to say I know you do, Brian. And then if you're trying to say he unintentionally exposed me as being homophobic, Chad, they've been doing that for years. They've been saying I was homophobic for years because on some of my commentary. Okay? And I don't care. I didn't care then. I don't care now. So if that's gonna be your commentary tomorrow, okay, run with it. I don't give a fuck. You ought to do your research. Clearly, you don't know what the fuck is going on around here for real. Cody's looking for Ness to cuss him out in public again. He is itching for, maybe his little pickle get hard when somebody come at him or something. I don't know what the deal is with this weirdo, but okay, boy. Okay, do your due diligence. What they say, do your big one. Do your big one. All right. But anyway, moving right along. So when it comes to Jay Wilson, let's talk about a little YouTube history. Okay. Let's talk about why Jay Wilson had his, and I didn't even know he still had his panties in the wads about this conversation. Long time ago, we had a conversation. When it came, he was trying to compare what the Greeks did and that during what the Greeks did as opposed to and how they moved when it came to these types of relationships. They call it pedestry, as opposed to what was being talked about in the Bible. Right? We had this discussion and we disagreed about it, and because we had this discussion, he said that I was being homophobic via this discussion. Right? Okay. So let's talk about it. Right, it's Pickle, Wanda. Hey, Journey. Ain't seen you in a long time. Binary is a fool and knows nothing about the B. No, he does not. He make himself look stupid, but always interjecting his goofy A. Very wrong commentary, right? But let's not forget the YT mammies will correct him. Child, he tried to justify. Yes, he tried to justify homosexuality. We had this conversation long time ago. It's probably been more than a year now, right? And I disagree with him trying to compare what the Greeks did, okay, as opposed to what was going on in the Bible, right? Now, I agree with him when he said there is no mention of the word homosexuality in the Bible. No, there is not. Not in the original King James Version, okay? Now, that there are a lot of newer versions these days, and I don't know if the word is used in these more progressive Bibles or not. But via the King James Version of the Bible, there is not one mention of the term homosexuality. It is explained in the Bible as being sodomy. That is how they talk about it via the Bible, right? That it is a sin to commit sodomy, right? And that is what we were talking about, right? It say men should not lay with men in the Bible. It's called sodomy, right? But he wanted to compare that to what was going on with the Greeks. Now, that is not me saying this. This is the Bible. This was the discussion, right? And that is what it says in the Bible, right? You believe it, don't believe it, go read it for yourself. But when he started trying to justify what the Greeks were doing with there not being no mention of homosexuality in the Bible, and even when they talked about use the term sodomy in reference to men sleeping with men, he wanted to justify pedestry with what was not being said in the Bible. So I countered that. So the word pedestry means, and I did a whole video about it, it means homosexual. Now, this is coming from the Oxford Dictionary, and so I went straight to Wikipedia, so he wouldn't have a problem with it. If he got a problem with it, he can Google it himself and counter it. He can counter Google and Wikipedia and the Oxford English Dictionary and everything else, right? So it says, quote, homosexual relations between a man and a boy. Homosexual anal intercourse / usually with a boy or younger man as the passive partner, right? So he tried to justify that terminology. He tried to flip it around and make it seem like there was nothing wrong with it because the Greeks did it. And I disagree. Okay? And so for that reason, he thinks that I am homophobic and I have a problem with gay men. I do not have a problem with gay men. You lay with who you want to lay with. I don't have time to worry about what you doing in your bedroom. Okay, I've said that over and over again. Okay, but if I want to counter something that I find disturbing that is coming out of Jay Wilson's mouth, and he is morally corrupt, in my opinion, and will remain so. Okay, for a whole lot of reasons. So anyway, he's still stuck up on that conversation that we had a little while ago. But Jay Wilson, I still stand on what the fuck I said about pedestrian. So let's look up. Here's another term that this is further explaining the word pedestrian, Jay Wilson. And these are not my words. Okay, go to Google if you got a problem with it. So the term pedestrian is a Greek word which is made up of two words, pais or pay, with meaning child, and ero or ero, the verb for erotic love. That is what the Greek term pedestrian means. It also goes on to say that pedestrian is a Greco-Roman world. It says pedestrian, I'm sorry, in the Greco-Roman world was a sexual relationship between a younger freeborn, meaning what they mean by freeborn is not born of a slave, right? Between a younger freeborn male and an older male which was socially accepted if certain conditions were met, right? It goes on to say that sexual relationships with slaves, boys or men, were also common. Says Mark Golden said such same-sex relationships, quote, did not involve equals. Okay? Slavery and homosexuality um of Athens or at Athens or whatever they're saying about that, right? They're saying it is not a equal relationship that one person, be they older or be they considered a slave, the person that is older or the slave owner has more power over the slave or the younger person. It is not a equal relationship. It's also called homoeroticism in some places when it comes to pedestrian. Okay. It's also said the last bullet point says youthfulness itself was not generally considered problematic in terms of sexual relationships in the ancient Greco-Roman world. So he's trying to compare this perversion and make it seem justified when it comes to the Bible. Okay? And I counter his argument because I can't believe that he was trying to twist that up that way. So I did a whole video about it. It's still on my channel. This is about over a year ago. If I can find it, I posted on the community wall. Okay? Jay Wilson be trying to justify his sexual pleasure as you know, in a form of religious belief. And he talking about, well, if you've never studied the what do we call it? Context or whatever he tried to call it. I'm thinking, boy, are you for real? Are you for real? Trying to use a big word, trying to make it seem like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Once again, calling me a liar as it pertains to my opinion, which is why I pulled this straight up off of Google. Okay, so if you want to argue with somebody, Jay Wilson, you can argue with Google when it comes to pedestrian. Okay? Homophobic, meaning you're scared of homos, right? Ain't gay folks humans? Yes, they are. How can you be scared of a human sexual? Exactly. When they are having sex, they are not having sex with you. So I'm lost. I absolutely agree with that, Miss Kev H. Why would I be obsessed with who somebody else is laying with? Okay? That ain't none of my goddamn business. I got so much real stuff to worry about in my life. Do you think I got time to worry about that? I do not. And as far as me being, I'm not afraid on nothing that walks the planet that bleed just like I do. Okay? Animal kind or humankind. Nothing. So I don't even know why they be putting that jacket on my back. But okay, I accept I will be, once again, whatever you want me to be. I'll be homophobic. I'll be racist. I'll be bigoted. I'll be whatever you want me to be. Because I don't give a fuck. My opinions are my fucking opinions. Okay? All right? Yeah, he loves to say, you got to read the Bible in context and whatever else the fuck he be saying. Trying to make excuses. Trying to make it seem like somebody like me don't know what they talking about. When I absolutely know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I know when he trying to twist something around. Okay? I don't care how many theology schools he done went to. Okay? It is what it is. All right? And those are my opinions. And if he considers those opinions homophobic opinions, so be it. I'd have been called worse by smarter people. Okay? Like I told that binary code the other guy, I give you permission to call me a B because I'd have been called that and I'd have been called every single thing, including up to and including a child of God. Okay? I mean everything from A to Z. Okay? So I have a strong backbone and I got a thick skin because I have worked with people that have been on drugs, on alcohol, all types of abuse, and they get angry when you want to confront them or you want to help them, or you want to stop them from hurting themselves or somebody else. They don't want to hear the truth, even though you're trying to help them. You know, I've worked in the belly of the beast. I worked at a freaking homeless shelter with over 1,000 people coming in every night to the shelter. Over 1,000 different types of people with all types of trauma. Do you see what I'm saying? On a daily basis. I've tried to counsel these people for years and years and years. Okay? I've gotten hurt behind some of that. And the last time I got hurt, that is the reason why my husband retired me and said, you know what, you're not gonna be able to do this no more. Okay? But I'm older now. You know, I still do volunteer work, but not down there. It is even a different type of homeless person today. You see what I'm saying? So my husband was right. And I listened to him. He was absolutely right. You see what I'm saying? But I've worked with all of these types of people from every walk of life. So you cannot tell me nothing when it comes with dealing with people and trauma. Okay? That is why my opinions are as such, especially in this discussion between James and Jay Wilson. They're simply uncomfortable to have these conversations. That is why I asked them. I didn't want to do a video yesterday. Like he said, I could have fired up a live, okay, and did my own video. But, okay, I'm not a gay man, so I'm up here asking you. And he was being disingenuous about the conversation and my opinion, as well as Jay Wilson trying to make a difference between whose trauma is worse, a girl or a boy's. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You fucking weirdo. But anyway, I don't think people care what Jay Wilson does behind the doors, but it is when he tries to push his beliefs on others, right? Because, you know, he got upset because I was talking about his Grinder app going off one day. They're talking down, trying to talk down on folks. They can't talk down on me about his Grinder. They was talking about making fun of him, about his Grinder app going off. And from what I understood, when it came to Grinder, it was about older men meeting younger men in some cases. That's what I understood it was. And so I mentioned it in the conversation that we were having about pedestrian. Okay. And he didn't like that. And he can't let it go. I don't care. I said what I said. I meant it. Okay. Child Pizza over there saying you wanted James to make her apologize. Really? I wasn't even focusing on what was going on with her and King Roman. I wanted to make her apologize. We know he won't do that because he needs that group. He withholds smoke from Pizza and Bree. Let me tell you, so I don't give a fuck if that bitch don't never goddamn apologize for nothing that she say in her whole ignorant ass life. Okay. Now, excuse my French. We know that these bitches, the hot dog and the goddamn hamburger, they are both admitted liars. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if you don't never apologize to no goddamn body. Because it would be just disingenuous. Why do you think I would expect you? Why do you think that I can make Jane? If you said it, you said it. And people been calling you out on it. Don't try to, like I said, they try to deflect off of me. That is correct. I am not Roman. Paul wrote against that. Okay, Jay Wilson. I didn't even know you still had a problem with the term when we had the discussion about pedestrian. Do you remember that video? It's still on my page. But for you to still be mentioning it today, I was shocked. And to be mentioned, and then what exactly did you call, did you say that was problematic that I said? I am not Roman. You missed all. No, I know you're not Roman, and no, I didn't miss the whole point. My point today is, why are you still harping on it? I absolutely understand the context of the conversation. Why would you think that me of all people don't understand in your opinion, I don't. Okay. But that's your opinion. You know what? You can have it. If this really Jay Wilson, it could be a troll. I don't know. Okay. But anyway, please take the panel. Please take the panel and discuss the misunderstanding. I don't feel like it. Like, I don't have the energy to go back and forth with nobody. You pulling it off of Google says no. Well, when I originally had the conversation, Jay Wilson, I did it. The reason why I put it out for Google this time is so if you wanted to have an argument or make it seem like I was lying or I didn't understand the context, if you wanted to do that again, which is what you did the first time, I said that your argument would have to be with Google. That is why I pulled it from Google this time, because you said that I didn't understand the context of the conversation last time, Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson, oh, it's a troll. Okay, then, well, let me go on. So that is why, y'all, that I pulled it out from Google, because last time he said that I didn't understand what was going on. Okay, and I absolutely understand, right? And so that is why I did it. Whether it's a troll or not, that was the purpose of that, of me pulling it out for Google. So if you want to argue, he have to argue with Google. But I absolutely understand the context, the definition of the word, and all of that. Jay Wilson has Olivia's opinion a lie. What did she say about? Like I said, I don't know if this him or not. It's probably a troll. But I'm glad you guys mentioned that. So okay, God don't accept homosexuality of no sort, no fornication or adultery. He knows better. He got to answer to God. Now that you're absolutely right about that, yourself. And people's opinions are their opinions. Okay. Now my opinion about the subject is absolutely my opinion. I don't care what they call it. But as far as Pizarro over there winding up another lie, see, they want to deflect. Now you know they got to be desperate to be mentioning my name. Okay. They got to be desperate to be mentioning my name. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I can't make I don't want James to make her do nothing. Can he make her do anything? I don't think so. James is a hypocrite. He gives smoke to people for less, right, but withholds all his smoke from the bar and the helmet wearing pizza. You're right about that. I agree with that, Wu Chow. I absolutely agree with that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Joe Wilson feel like he is the gay preacher now. Thanks to Wiley deliberation feels so good. I guess you're right, Mrs. K of H. But I don't care what he got a problem with whatever my opinion is. It doesn't matter to me. But I just want to bring that to y'all's attention. Okay. And I also wanted to say that, but what really made me strike up this live was what uh was Trezure Lane calling me a lie about concerning my opinion. Like I said, all he had to say if he wanted to was we're gonna have to agree to disagree. I didn't agree with what he said. I felt like it was a deflection, and he didn't agree with what I was saying. Was it being a deflection in my opinion? But instead, I don't know my God today. But instead, he chose to call me a lie and soft launch a campaign with whatever it is he's saying under Jay Wilson's videos or whatever, right? But he know I don't care. I said fuck I said and I meant it. Okay. When that goes for Jay Wilson or Pizarro or Brianna or the binary guy or whoever else. If I said it, I meant it, or I wouldn't have said it. Because unlike some people, I realize that YouTube ain't no motherfucking team sport. And I realize you ain't got to network with nobody if you don't want to build your channel. It's best if you do it organically, in my opinion, and get it out the mud on your own and not take shortcuts. Okay. Nobody can make anyone do anything on here. You're absolutely right. Nobody is scared of anyone on here. I agree. People like who they like and are grown to choose whatever they choose. You're absolutely right. Please stop that narrative and accept it. I absolutely agree. James, she want James to make me apologize. Bitch, no the fuck I done with your ignorant remedial dumb ass. The fuck is wrong with you, bitch? Now you said one time that you got what was it that she got knocked out of the roller coaster and her brain was cracked open? Girl, you need to get some more work done, cause clearly they didn't do a job, cause you clearly are dumb as fuck still to this day. The fuck? Miss O, like I said, these folks want us to act like a fool, and when it comes to intelligent conversations, they bail out. You're absolutely right. Jay Wilson, you twist the Bible. Everybody know he twist the Bible. It's not. He want to act like it's just me. It's not just me. Everybody know that he twists the Bible. He is a freaking demon. That's what he is. Everybody also, well, a lot of people also know that the devil knows the Bible back and forth better than any of us humans could, because he was once an angel. He once served under God. So, okay, he got these low level demons down here wreaking havoc. That's why the world's so mixed up now, in my opinion. And that's my opinion. All right. But for him to justify his lifestyle via trying to dissect what the Bible said versus what the Greeks used to do to young boys to justify his lifestyle, that is not only disingenuous, it's absolutely disgusting, in my opinion, right? And it's also equally disgusting for him to make a difference between, when it comes to childhood trauma, the difference between girls and boys. If even one child has had to endure something like that, be the girl or boy, it is too much for even one child's innocence to be taken away in that manner. It's too much. So why would you make a difference like that? That shows what kind of person you are, in my opinion. I mean, that said it all for me. That's right, God words never changes. I agree. You know. But yeah, the Greeks and Romans used to go to bathhouse, and you know they still don't, they still, not the Greeks, but don't they still have those bathhouses today, don't they? Or at least he used to. Yeah, he needs content, and he trying to do it by any means necessary, including kissing up to Brianna and Pizarro and whoever else. He know he don't like them, but he don't like the fact that he's not getting a lot of views anymore. It's about to drive him crazy. He's doing any cat thing necessary. He know he can't stand Brianna. Okay, and Brianna knew it too. Now I don't know what he feel about Pizarro. Just is what it is. But the way that the way that the older the people that I've been on in the B sector since before I came to the B sector, the way they sucking up to these fools these days is very unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, child. But they gotta do what they feel like they gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. But I'm gonna stand over here on my own. Okay. Child. He needs coins. I thought he said he was leaving again. I don't even know, child. I don't even know. But y'all let me know if anybody watches that binary guy in the morning and see what it is that um uh what it is that, what's his name, Trezure Lane Poser unintentionally exposed about me. Oh my God. Ooh, the scandal of it all. Sure. The fool clearly ain't paying attention. Okay. I stopped taking James seriously when he failed to call out Pisa and Brianna when they threw clear shade his way. Thank you. But he goes scorched earth on others for absolutely. He went scorched earth on me, honey, this morning over there in King Roman News Channel because I had a freaking opinion. Okay. He did not appreciate his ego does not appreciate being questioned. Okay. So he want to call me a liar. He want to call me crazy. He want to call me Barbara Walters. All this and all that in a means of deflection because he don't want to answer the question. He don't want to let it be known that he did have a problem with what that dumbass girl said over there. All of that. Okay. But I don't care what he got a problem with. I don't care how much ass these motherfuckers kiss his. It's not that way for me, and he can't stand it, and he know that. He know how me and him get down. Okay, child. I don't watch them fools while the crew wakes me up right every morning. I'm not a morning person, but she wakes me up when I get up in my coffee. To watch them. It used to be Brianna. I used to listen to my early morning coffee because I get up really early in the morning. Um, you know, to get folks out the door and all of this and all that, right? But then I go make my coffee after I done that, and I click on YouTube for a morning show. Deanna used to have a morning show. Now Ronnie Q got the morning show. You know, binary likes barely legal geisha women. Wow, he is trash. The clap chasing has got them going. It got them going crazy. Got them going crazy. Child, they got to lose their damn mind. Okay, but don't nobody give a damn. Okay, all right. But y'all let me know if anybody watches season instead of Ronnie Q. Y'all let me know. I'll be listening to Ronnie Q in the morning. Okay, that's who I listen to now in the morning. So yeah, as I'm trying to catch up on and see if it's something that I want to talk about. I'm really trying to talk about. I might go live tomorrow. And talk about this whole Diddy situation because this is Barbara Walters, Chad. That's a new one, right? He said I wanted to. What did he say, y'all? Let me pull it back up. Hold on. I was like, huh? But okay, boo. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. He said she was trying to change my topic and interview me. She ain't Barbara Walters. Sure. I said if there was some lame stuff, I don't know what is. But like I said, I really want to come on tomorrow and talk about that. But that's what she said. You just read it, Regina. Hey, kind to me. But if you guys have come in late, please be part of the replay gang. Catch the first of the video. Like I said, I wasn't planning on coming live today, and I think Honey Smacks asked me was I'm coming live, and it got me up out of my stupor. Y'all know I don't like to do this on the weekend, but child, I needed to. It needed to be done. Okay, Miss O, did you see Yes, I did. Miss, it's just so much drama. I don't even want to do a pre-recorded video. I would just rather come live and talk about it because it's just so much. You know what I mean? And I don't want to make an hour long pre-recorded video. I would just rather come live and talk about it to y'all and maybe download it and put it on my entertainment channel, on my other channel. Right after 15 years, that was so fake, phony, and fraudulent. I was like, no, he did. But what he did to that girl. But you know, at first he said he had his lawyer saying this ain't true. I didn't do none of this. Blah 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 blah. Now somebody done leaked the tape, which I think allegedly the FBI may have leaked that tape. Do you see what I'm saying? So he gonna throw out this fake ass apology. I was messed up back then. I didn't know what I was doing. I done therapy. You ain't changed nothing. You still doing this. You still got the same old demonic pattern about himself. That fake apology. I bet that young lady will never be the same again. Oh my God. I don't even know how she endured 10 years of that. I hope she done had some intensive therapy. Now I know she done got married and had 2 kids, but my God. And he started messing with that girl when she was 19 years old. She gave a decade, y'all, of her life to that. A decade that she can't never get back. It ain't no amount of money that can get your time back. No amount of money. I said, Miss Kell said, I said trauma doesn't have a statute of limitations. Right. And then the LA, the DA for Los Angeles said that they can't charge him with domestic violence because the statute of limitations has run out. But now when it comes to the federal government, that is different because they can involve that in the federal case, especially if they're going to have her testify because he is going to get locked up because they are building the case on him. It might not seem like it, but he is. He ain't no different than Weinstein or Epstein. If they'll lock them pink men up, what you make you think they ain't go? They already done locked up R. Kelly. What you think they gonna do for him? Child, he look manic as hell doing all that in the open. Right. All that money went to his head. Right, sick. Right. I wonder how his daughters feel. Child. And poor Kim Porter, child, trauma lasts a lifetime. You're right about that, Miss Kelvach. But I hope that she has undergone some intensive therapy to try to make peace with it. But it will always rear its ugly head. And that is what I mean about that. That's why it was so gross when Jay Wilson made the statement that he made. You see what I'm saying? Comparing a boy's trauma with girls' trauma. In my opinion, boys get it worse. If even one child has to endure something like that is too much. Like, what do you mean? What is wrong with people? Child. Like, why would he apologize? If he held on to the tape, he paid $50,000 for the tape. Now, now that tape could have been recovered by Homeland Security, allegedly, in my opinion. The FBI, Homeland Security, could have leaked that tape to CNN, allegedly, or maybe somebody from the hotel, which is not even up and running anymore, may have made a copy of that incident and released it to CNN. We don't know. We don't know. But my best guess would be allegedly, um, some, Homeland Security or FBI, or maybe even the lawyer, maybe even her lawyer, released that tape. That's allegedly, but that's just my opinion. And so yeah, you know, you held on to it for this long. Keep holding on to it. But yeah, like that's why I'm saying, when they raided his home, I'm thinking the tape was found in that raid that he did in one of his homes. That's what I'm thinking, because after all these years, because the incident happened in 2016, and if he paid $50,000 for the tape, you know what I mean? There may not have been a copy. They may have given him the only copy, and they found it via the when they stormed his homes. You know, the tape is just one of many tapes, right? Homeland Security recovered with standard reason. Absolutely, I think that they were absolutely looking for things of that nature. That's why they raided his homes. There are more tapes, and this one is mad, in my opinion. I agree, Regina. To what other things they allegedly. I agree. I absolutely pray for Cassie and her children. Absolutely. You never get over that type of trauma. But like I said, I hope she's made, some peace with it. Some kind of peace with it. Because my God, a decade. Whew. It's old. Did you hear about the your Airman Roger Fortson shot and killed in his home? Yes, my father's sheriff funeral was fine. Yes, I did. That was so sad. And I saw the footage and everything, and he simply had the gun in his hand, but it wasn't aimed at the officers. So, but yeah, I heard just another life just gone for no reason. Said Brown Beauty World said you're a victim, but you ain't never go to no police. Well, honey, she has been groomed and she was afraid for her life. Nobody never knew. You never told a girl. She told people. Stories are coming out. But he had all that money and power. Really, what was she gonna do? The police wasn't gonna help her no way. He had too much money and power at the time. Can you imagine her waking up from a bad nightmare? Right. From her beatings. Like, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. But there are a lot of women and men that stay in DV relationships for a whole lot of reasons. But when it comes to when you're dealing with a man with that type of money and power, where was she gonna go really? Who was gonna help her for real? Hey, you two cameras, at that point in time. So she felt trapped. And God bless her. And I hated that it took her 10 years to get out of her relationship. I hate what happened to Kim Porter. I hate what happened to any of the women that have to endure a monster like him. I hate what's going on with Young Miami. Okay? They will reopen the case about the lady in the club, J-Lo Bell. I hope they do. I don't even know if they can. I don't know if the statute of limitations has run out on that either, Black Cheetah. Glad she finally got the strength to. Me too. Me too. It's a wonder if she didn't end up under the dirt. Okay? And then make it so bad to add insult to injury. She tried to settle this before it went public. They didn't have a choice but to make it public. That's his fault. That's because of his ego and his arrogance. That's his fault. But truth is being revealed in this age of Aquarius, whether people want to believe it or not. But look at all these black celebrities, trying to come out, and speak out against, what he did after they seen the tape. They know what he was doing anyway. People talk. Yeah, allegedly, Tierra Marie, you're right about that. UG camera, yup. I'm praying for all of them to speak up. Let every voice be heard. Absolutely. He got a history of violence. Okay, he has a history of violence. So yeah, by people trying to have his back, or especially in the industry, and no, I think not. No, no, he's a monster. No. So anyway, y'all know how I got on that. That's for I'm trying to do a video about it separately. Liv, you reminded me of my grandma when you said it's a wonder. But child, it is a wonder. I don't see how she did it. I really don't. God bless her. God bless all of them. God bless any woman or any man or any child, that has to endure anything of that nature, any type of trauma. My God. She took the money and no criminal charges. Well, the statute of limitations have run out. And I think that she's working with the federal government. But as far as her compensation and wanting to make things easier on her family, I think she's due that. Whatever she got is not enough. There is no amount of money that's great enough that you can put on trauma. But if it's going to make her life easier for her and her kids and her husband, then by all means, take the money. She deserved more than that. Whatever she got, she deserved double, triple, quadruple. She deserved every penny that he got to his name. In my opinion. I didn't like how Bree let MBK and Cole talk about you. Oh, child, I don't care. I hope they dragged it. Oh, they will eventually. Mm-hmm. Cause I see they thought I was a basic being. They thought their opinions mattered to me. Why would your opinion or anybody else's opinion that I don't know matter to me? I'm not one of them women that it matters to what they say. Like I said, that comes from being ignorant. They don't know my history. Okay? So you're gonna assume that I'm basic like it. No, you got the wrong one because I don't give a F. Okay. So there was no men really serious about it. Well, they said they're saying that another man has come forward when it comes to that Diddy case, but I don't think that child, I don't know. Did you see how he kicked that woman? Well, she just laid there trying to protect herself. Nope, it will reopen. Trust me, it will reopen. In the next, I know that's right. Sorry, I'm behind. Oh, no problem. No problem. She went through so much more behind. I can't even imagine what she went through behind closed doors. Yeah, taking the money ain't no thing. She deserves more. Like there's no amount of money that can be compensated for all that she went through. That's not an amount. Okay? She deserves so much more. In my opinion, she deserved blood for blood. If it was me, that's what I would want. Okay? The hell? See, the Lord don't. Let me tell you something. I've told y'all time and time. I'm gonna get out here like about this. That's how I feel about this for real, right? The Lord truly don't. Hey, Lady Tia. The Lord truly don't put on you more than you can bear. Because sometimes you have things that you need to do in this world. And one thing that I have absolutely never had to bear, even before I got married, was an abusive relationship. Because the Lord know me better than me. He know that if somebody were to put my hand, and I don't even like loud tones coming my way, right? Because the Lord knows, I promise y'all, like I told y'all, I'm a different type of crazy. If somebody were to ever raise their hand like that to me, do you realize I will turn them into a roasted pig. I will slit you from your jugular vein to the bottom of your scrotum. Do you understand me? That's what will happen. So the Lord has never put that in my path. Okay? I'm just saying. He know I had to be the eldest in this family, so he ain't never put that in my past. He know that I used to have a really, really bad issue with anger, is which I had to catch myself today when James raised his voice at me. And that's just on the internet. Okay. That's why I don't do gender war commentary anymore with those fools. Okay. Because I don't have to. Okay. Never talk loud even when he's upset. Right. I don't play the lie. I don't need the lady child. I can't abide by it. Don't do that. I don't like the tones. I've told y'all before I don't like certain tones. I don't nope. We don't nope. It's a trigger. Nope. We're not gonna do the tones. Nope. And as a respect, I'm not gonna give a tone either. Because I don't want it done to me. It's called compromise. It's called reciprocity. And so yeah. Child, I can't even imagine going. I can't even imagine either. Lord have mercy. I remember when I was a child, my mom was a nurse. And I said, God, please send me a great man. And absolutely, you got to be specific when you asking the Lord, our God, for a man. You got to be specific, okay? You just can't say send me a man and let it go because you might get any old kind of thing. You better be specific, okay? In my past, I've dealt with DV. Lady Tia says, and thank God, I got out and never been through it again. Ladies, that's right. If it hurt you, honey, it ain't love. And there are many, many forms of abuse. It could be verbal abuse. It can be physical, mental, sexual abuse, financial abuse. None of that should be tolerated, in my opinion. There is nothing in this world worth selling your soul for. Absolutely not. Absolutely nothing. Yet so many do it for fame. That's right. And fortune. Honey, they be twerking around in the synagogue of Satan. Okay, we've seen that since all these exposures have been coming out about the entertainment world. I told y'all, I've been telling y'all they be twerking around in the synagogue of Satan, and y'all don't believe me. Fortune and make excuses to try to justify the way into the world. You right about that. Their soul, eternal soul, is worth so little to them. To have what they think it is that they want when it comes to this world. It don't make no sense. That's right, Lady Tia says, never be in a position to need a man. It's a want and someone who adds to your life. You're absolutely right. It's about reciprocity. Should never, for a woman, put yourself in that position. Ever. So I agree. My mother was in an abusive relationship when we were children. It's not only traumatic for her, right, but for the kids who see this. So women and men, love yourselves first. That's right. Right. You only get one life. I absolutely agree with that, Mike. I absolutely agree. You're absolutely right. My God. I'm so sorry you had to see that. You know, I like crime shows, and it seems like it's a form of control when violence is in any relation. You're absolutely right. It's a form of control. Uh huh. Uh huh. Lady Tia said, "Kind to me, it was a broken time for me, but I'm so glad you got out of that, Lady Tia. You know I am. I don't abide by nothing like that, and love don't hurt. Okay, love don't hurt. So that's just what I think about it. Point blank. Period. No matter what love you're talking about, it don't hurt. So yeah." But I hate that woman had to endure that for. I hate that any woman, just like any child, have to endure anything traumatic. But you got a lot of demons swirling around in this world, and you got to be careful. Yes, he did. Like she wasn't nothing, Lady T. I was like, wow. I think you're a strong beautiful. I do too, Lady T. Absolutely. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, y'all, that's what I got. I don't know how y'all know we start out one way and we end up another way. Y'all hit the one if y'all like this video. And please share this video because we end up talking about something very real. You know, Miss Olivia, you know, it was a lot of black women who didn't believe. Why do we have to prove things? You're right about that. It's right. You're absolutely right. And then this thing that he said, remember, that's right. That's right, Regina. I absolutely agree. A demonic spirit has no morals. That's right. Thank you, Miss 313. Thank you, Lady T. But I appreciate y'all appreciating this chat. You know what I mean? And if somebody done sent me a cash app or two, thank you in advance. Don't think I don't be appreciating it just because I don't shout your name out. I don't believe in doing that. But thank y'all. I be getting a couple every once in a while, and it means so much to me that you appreciate my content. Thank you. He has a sister, but you never see her around. Oh, I didn't even know he had a sister. Oh, wow. Thank you, Lady Till. But that's if y'all want to hit me up with a little tip or whatever. But anyway, let me get out of here, child. All right. I didn't mean for this to be almost 2 hours long, but there are a couple of points that I really wanted to make, and I hope that you guys got what it was that I was trying to say on every subject that I spoke about. You know, some women will endure abuse to maintain a lifestyle. Yes, financial abuse, right? Most times it's not ain't nothing worth it to me. Child, child. I think that he was, yeah, but I'm gonna try to come back later on in the week and or we're gonna talk about him. We're gonna talk about him. You know what I mean? Not mixed up with nothing else. We're just gonna focus on him. You see what I'm saying? And his demonic ways. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's right, it may help someone. Right. Y'all want to come back and do a video. It's like I said, it's too much info, too much stuff that has gone on in the past a couple of days when it comes to him. I can't do a pre-recorded video on it because I got too much to say, especially in light of that video surfacing. You know what I mean? I think a greater conversation needs to be had as opposed to uploading a video. You know, thank you, kind to me. I think there's a greater conversation that needs to be had because there's that type of trauma that's absolutely not acceptable. And y'all know I've talked about this before, but you know what I mean. And so yeah, that's how I feel about it. I feel real deeply about those types of conversations. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I love you guys in the way that Christ loves you. Please like the video on your way out the door. Please share the video because we've had some great commentary today. Okay, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and if you choose to subscribe to the channel, please hit that like button on your way. I mean, please hit that notifications bell, child, so that you will be notified when I choose to go live or drop another video on this channel or the other channel. Y'all check out my Miss O's T blog channel. A lot of those Miss OT blog videos are on my community walls. Please subscribe to that channel as well, because on that channel I primarily do entertainment news, because y'all know I like entertainment news. Okay, so I created a whole nother channel for that. Now sometimes entertainment news will cross over with this news over here, but it just is what it is. Okay. And so yeah, but anyway, I gotta go. Like I said, let me know what y'all think about this video in the comment section when the video uploads. I love you guys in the way that Christ loves you, and I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Bye bye. Peace.